Hey guys, it's just me here today, going solo, and I'm here to do the coffee book tag. I really love coffee. So this tag was originally done by Bangity Bangs, and I will leave a link to the original video he did down below. Question number 1, black. Name a series that is tough to get into but has hardcore fans. So for this I've picked a lot, like what a lot of people have picked. It's Lord of the Rings books. Oh, I got too many books. There we go. Yeah, I feel like this is the ultimate series that people, like, it's tough to get into, but as soon as people read them, they're, like, devoted to these, so, yeah. Number 2, Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive time of the year. For this one, I have picked Ballet Shoes by Noelle Streatfeild. This one is mentioned in one of my all-time favorite movies, You've Got Mail, and yeah, it takes place kind of around, or the story kind of comes around Christmas time, and I don't know about other people, but for me, this is definitely like a kind of book that I would recommend during the Christmas season or winter season, so yeah. Number 3, Hot Chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? I've never seen this book on BookTube, so I'm going to go with it, and I loved it as a kid. It's Jacob Tutu and the Dinosaur by Mordecai Richler. This is also a shout out for Canadian authors, because Mordecai Richler is a Canadian author, and we actually had an audiobook of this which we listened to on road trips, and it's hilarious. So if you ever run into a copy of that audiobook or a copy of this book, super short, really funny. If you're Canadian, you'll really appreciate it. Actually, we're in the States right now, so we live in the States right now, but we are Canadian, so yeah. Go Canada! Number 4, Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. For this one, I picked The Martian by Andy Weir. This is an adult book, and it is so good. Read it. If you haven't read it, read it. There's actually a film coming out later this year, and I think it's going to be really good. I'm so looking forward to it. So I couldn't recommend this book more. This is definitely a double shot of espresso type book. Number 5, Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I can't count how many times I see this book everywhere. It's at Barnes & Noble, I see it at like Target and Walmart. I see this book everywhere. I see it like even on BookTube. It seems like everybody has this on their shelf. So yes, this book. Number 6, That Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. So I regret to admit that I don't read a lot of indie books, though I really probably should, because I have heard really good things about indie authors, indie books. It's just something that I have not explored yet. This isn't exactly an indie book, but I don't see it everywhere, and it's definitely not mainstream, so I think it goes under hipster, and that is The Peculiar by Stefan Bachmann. It was kind of an accident that I ran into this book. It actually was while I was at school. The author came through our school, because one of his parents attended the school that I go to. So, yeah, and I got an advanced reader copy of this book, and it's pretty good stuff. It's like Hayao Miyazaki film in book form with steampunk, fantasy, fairies. It's woven together really well. So I couldn't recommend this more. This is the first book. It's actually a duology, and The Whatnot is the second book. I would highly recommend these books. So pick them up, check them out. You won't be sorry. Number 7, Oops, I Accidentally Got Decaf. Name a book that you were expecting more from. For this one I'm picking Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. This one I didn't hate this one. It wasn't a total disappointment. I still really loved it. I love the Grisha trilogy, but it didn't quite live up to my expectations. I think it could have been a little better. I still really enjoyed it. It was still a good book, but I didn't quite get into it as much as the other ones. Number 8, The Perfect Blend. Name a book that was bittersweet but ultimately satisfying. For this one, I chose The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Sure, I'm slaughtering that name. I have never heard this name pronounced aloud. I had to read it for school for a non-Western lit class that I was taking, and it was my favorite book of that class. It's definitely both bitter and sweet, and I loved it. So good. I'm going to tag some people. I'm going to tag Lucy and Veronica from Bookish Best Friends, Michelle from the FluffyBookBug, and Anna from TheReadingDeluge. I don't know if you guys have done it or if you want to do it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon with another video. Bye!